evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are, to all my he, she's, theys, and everybody in between. It is KibbyRose. I am here with my bestie, Sako, and we're here to entertain you while you get stuff done today. So let me run the banner, and we'll see you in a second. So since I did my intro, do you want to do yours?
I am SakoTumi, also known as Cass Voigt. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. I am also the storyteller for the Mage game, which we might be discussing today. So, yeah.
That's a great transition, because I was about to say, we're probably going to continue the conversation that we were having prior to going live, all about the Mage game and how Dee is going to enter the game and what the overall arc of the story is. Because, well, you're not going to tell me what it is, but we're going to work on it.
Hopefully, I will drop clues so that you guys can figure it out on your own.
Which will be awesome. Cora's here doing schooling today, which is perfect. Let's see if we can actually do schooling today instead of gaming and playing and coloring, but we'll see what happens. She is dealing with a toddler, and honestly, it's 4:00. I want to color too. So I've got my multi-set of colored pens that I'm Oh yeah. These are
look at those pens.
Yeah, and they're light and dark colored. They have, not only are they clear and thin and precise and everything else, but the colors, like here it is. They have unique colors. You don't have just the normal colors. Where is the one that I did? That was crazy weird.
Is it in that book?
It is in this book. Well, this is one of them, but it has these unique light colors along with, here, let me hold that up a little bit longer. They're really light pastel-y colors, but they come out really, really clear. And then they have the neon colors, and they write like normal ballpoint pens.
But and it says it dries so fast.
It does dry really fast, because I'm used to having to blow pens. That sounds so bad. I'm used to having to blow shit. Oh, here's the other one that I did.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you have all the whole mantra of colors, and the greens too. I wish I could find the greens, but yeah. And okay. I'm going to put this flower petal back where it belongs, because I have, these are from, you should recognize these.
Yeah, that's a 4:00 petal.
I have
a bunch of 4:00 petals.
And they've been being dried and smushed in the book. So
nice.
But yes, I have a bunch of them. But this is one of my writing books, diary things. When I was kind of going crazy in the other apartment, one of the ways that I was occupying my mind, since I didn't really want to pay attention to my surroundings. Yeah, this is one of the greens.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I was writing a lot. So
right.
That book has a lot of interesting stuff. Anyway, so the Mage game. Where we left off with our conversation. Since you don't want to maybe discuss the overall arc of the storyline, because our characters kind of have yet to figure it out. Coloring did help him See, and you can practice names and everything else, and you're struggling with names last time. Didi's gonna enter the story by getting in a fight in the bar, and I'm gonna use my fidget spinner. Because Yeah, I hit on the wrong girl, and I realized that the guys maybe 5-on-1 is not the best situation, and I can't use magic in the real world because it's vulgar. So I might need some now. So I run to the back.
Is your karate is quite formidable.
It is, but as a female, even being IRL, being a black belt and having as much training as I've had, even I know that 5 against 1 of a certain size of male, it doesn't matter how much freaking training you have. They just need one shot. One shot, you miss one block, and you have to like that. It's very difficult to keep the upper hand like that. So I would definitely
call for help.
Okay. So, and especially because I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to, if I'm IRL in the game, I still have to think about that still. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to end up in jail for killing somebody because I end up pulling out my blade and stabbing them. Mm-hmm. I would rather, run to the bathroom and use my fidget spinner in a stall.
Or in the alley.
Because I can't use it in the club.
Right.
I'm going to have to roll to get away. So I need to add that in. Roll to get away. And then hopefully I don't botch the roll. Hopefully I don't botch the roll and I can get away, and we'll see what happens. Or maybe I'll be able to get away before I get surrounded. Yeah, that's going to be...
We'll see what
happens.
What the dice say when the time comes.
Yeah. That's when it all comes down to the roll.
Yeah.
Kibby kind of doesn't like that because she doesn't have like an element of control in that.
Yeah, that's a choose your own adventure moment.
And my fox can't help me IRL, can they?
IRL?
My avatar?
Well, they can give you
advice,
ideas.
Like, could my fox be like, get the hell out of here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or your fox could possibly be like, oh, you can take them.
Because it's a 4. So is that why putting it at a 3 would be better?
Well, better is subjective.
Okay.
The fox may have its own set of morals.
Because it is a fox.
And, well, it appears to you as a fox, but it may not be a fox.
Because it's my avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Because just like my grandmother, sometimes you get led into situations because there's lessons that have to be learned.
And it's those lessons that the
make
fox
you stronger.
is going to want to teach. But is probably going to put you in some predicaments that...
So would it be better for it to be an animal companion? No, because you wanted me to have an avatar, so I'll have an avatar. But
having an avatar is a win. It is.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is going to get interesting. I'm telling you now, this is going to get interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and I have a note here that I wanted to ask. Okay, so I want to basically have gone to culinary school as a undercover way of learning how to make potions.
What do you have in academics?
Two.
It is one of your skills? Question marks?
Knowledge.
I have
2.
Knowledge.
2.
That is a college degree. You can specialize specifically in, say, culinary.
Okay.
So that means you have an associate's, I believe, in
Bachelor's, probably. Let me look at. Hold on. Let me look. I can actually look it up. Hold on, because I have it. Come here, my beautiful little Excel sheet. Hi. And it's under abilities.
Do you have the book open?
No, I have his spreadsheet, and it was
right.
Yeah.
Which is like a master of all the things.
Academics. So a 2 is a high school graduate.
What's a 1?
Huh?
What's a 1 then?
No, 1 is a novice, high schooler.
Oh.
2 is a practiced high school graduate. 3, here, I'll share my screen. Here, I'll show you. I'm going to have to stop sharing of that one, but we'll do this one instead. And we'll zoom in so I can show you, so you can see it. See? 1 is a novice high schooler, practiced, competitive, expert,
or competent. Yeah.
Competent, yeah.
So
I do have experience points I can spend.
Then make yourself competent.
Okay.
And put you in undergrad and specialize. You don't have to be a 4.
Okay.
To specialize, but your major was culinary.
Okay, so that's -3 points because it's an ability, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have 24 points now. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna make it a 4.
Okay.
Because the amount of stuff that I want to do, because that'll put me down at 21.
Technically speaking, they're all grad students. Technically speaking.
Okay, so then do you want to kind of raise the level? So you're starting everybody out at like a higher academics anyway.
Correct.
Okay, so then we'll do it at 3. Then we'll keep me at 24 points.
Okay.
All right. If I'm going to do potion making, out of the abilities, what should I increase?
Crafts.
Okay. Well, I have a 2 in crafts. So what would a 3 in crafts?
More points in crafts.
Okay. What would a 3 in crafts give me? What would my abilities?
Better odds for your potions to do what you want it to do.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
So, the higher you have in your craft, it means you have more chances to succeed.
Okay, then I'm going to take 1 more point in craft, and I'm going to drop me down to 21 points again.
Okay.
Okay, so, and for fighting, what other?
You have so many options. Your athletics is more like forums, and your martial arts skill would be your fighting.
Well, I have 3 in martial arts. I don't have anything. Okay, I don't have alertness. I don't have art. I don't have awareness. I don't have brawl, expression, leadership, streetwise, or subterfuge.
That is hilarious.
So,
okay, so you want alertness.
So should I do 1 in how much in alertness should I use?
Even just the 1.
Just 1.
Remember, like the more dice you have, the more chance of success.
Okay. So out of the talents that I just named, what else do I need? Streetwise, I would think.
No.
No?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she had streetwise, but maybe it's the lack of streetwise that gets her in that.
I just thought about that too.
Trouble?
Maybe it's the lack. Maybe it's streetwise I don't have. Maybe I have formal training.
But that experience would give you access to Streetwise.
And I was going to say, well, and just out of personal experience, though, just because you've done years of training in a gym and won competitions fighting, doesn't mean you know what the hell you're doing on the street. Street fighting is very different than, regular fighting or karate. Genie,
Jenny.
my genie in a bottle. She rubs me the right way. Sorry. Or she rubs her puppy dog the right way. Her new little puppy, which I'm also very jealous of. Okay, so then art. Do I need art or awareness?
You need awareness. That is your sense. That it's kind of like a danger sense.
Yeah, and I remember reading that. I wanted awareness. I wanted at least one in awareness.
I use Wit's awareness a lot as a GM.
So I'm going to do 6. I'm going to do 2 dots in awareness.
Good.
And drop this down too.
So, like, do you notice wacky supernatural stuff?
Right.
Like, can you look at someone and tell they're a vampire?
You know what? I have a lot of the combinations that you used here, and maybe I should look into that.
Oh, cool.
Use that as a... So you've done...
Have you been keeping track of the kinds of roles I demand? Oh. Neat.
It's kind of like a cheat sheet.
You're keeping track.
Well, it's a kind of a cheat sheet. I'm so new to this that it's kind of like
that is a huge resource. There is a book in the Google Docs form called "How Do You Do That?"
Okay.
And it is full of those kinds of roles.
Well, I go by what I wanted to use, the ones that you use, because you're the one who is coming up with this stuff. So you've used Streetwise twice.
I can give you the kind.
And these were the ones you did for me. This wasn't even the ones that you did for everybody. Like, I remember wits and awareness being done a lot. I remember matter and perception being done a lot. I remember
matter and perception,
or not. Perception and prime. Was it perception and prime?
No. It would be an attribute plus an ability.
It was. Oh, so it was perception and something else. Okay.
Awareness.
How this goes.
Perception and alertness, or perception and awareness. I do perception and awareness a lot.
Okay. Well, I got 2.
Do you notice the things that are about to happen to you?
I got 2 in perception and 2 in awareness.
That is not a bad dice pool.
Okay. So a new ability is 3 and a new sphere is 10. I'm going to add a sphere to my wits, because I only have a 1 in my wits.
Okay.
And that way I have 2 in every single one now.
Okay, good. So my advice as a veteran player, put your experience into your attributes so that you always have a high dice pool before you even add an ability.
Okay. Well, right now I have 3 in strength, 3 in dexterity, 2 in stamina, 3 in charisma, 4 in manipulation, 3 in appearance, 2 in perception, 3 in intelligence, and 2 in wits.
Okay. So, you can save so the way that I spend experience as a player, it goes first into my attributes and then it goes into my spheres.
Okay. Well, I did abilities first and then I did attributes, but My
you're
attributes were pretty high. Like my ability dots are kind of lacking compared to my attributes.
yes,
So,
which is not a bad thing.
okay. So then that leaves me with 2 dots total, or 2 experience points left.
Then you can take a second dot in any ability.
A second dot in any ability. Okay. What do you recommend?
Another in melee.
Another in melee.
So your knife, for instance,
Okay.
would be melee.
All right. And then I'm out of points.
Cool.
All right. Sweet.
So
my
yeah.
specialties are sweet talk, karate, potions, and culinary. And I have a fox as an avatar.
Your avatar appears to you as a fox.
Or appears to me as a fox.
I am already coming up with plans as to what your avatar actually is.
Oh, great.
It appears to you as a fox, but that may not be what it is.
I know. And the way that you said that, I'm like, oh, crap. And that expression, you're going to cause trouble. I know you. I know you.
So can you play at 2:30
when
tomorrow?
you look the most sweet, you are up to no good.
I'll give you exactly what you want, but there's going to be repercussions. I'll give you enough rope to hang yourself with.
Oh, that's so you. That is so you 100%. Damn Taurus.
So can you
Is that
play?
why most of my good friends are Tauruses?
Yeah. Can you play at 2:30 tomorrow?
I can, yes.
Okay.
I can. We'll have to see if everybody else
I'm
can.
going to change your role in the Discord.
Okay.
You are a
I
player.
forgot how cute I made my character.
How cute you made your what?
I forgot how cute I made my my character. Like looking at the game, I was looking at my character picture.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I forgot how cute I made her. I was like,
Yeah.
I want to hit on her. I'm like, I want to hit on my own character. Okay, so I found the notes that I was trying to find last time we were going over things. There's a couple of things I want to ask you about that I wanted to see if you remember. X-ray binoculars.
Mm-hmm.
Oren and I still, or Oren doesn't, since Oren's not in the game anymore, I still have my pair, right?
Yep.
Okay. The USB sticks from the vending machine. Did we do anything with those?
No.
Okay. Because we have 7 of them. And who's blowing up your Discord?
It's between me and
I see it.
Matt.
I see you. I see you. Should I here? You know what? Here, this might be easier. Hold on.
Oh, you want to add them to the
Mine as
stream?
well, right? Doesn't Max usually stream anyway?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. Well, he comes on the game. Well, he's gonna have to stream tomorrow. No, I'm kidding.
Well, it doesn't stream. I just record.
I know. What else was that?
Do you have any
The
more questions?
quintessence.
Quintessence. You should be full up.
I know, but other than the coffee, where else do we get it?
From the nodes.
Okay, I haven't experienced that yet. So since I have a feeling my character would already know that, how do you
Someone would have to tell you, or you would have to come near the node in order to like feel its pull.
I know, but no, how do you gain quintessence from a node?
You use Prime.
Oh, so you just reach out with Prime?
You use Prime to touch it. And then you
like what I do with the trees.
Trees?
Well, IRL, I can get a refill from the trees.
Yes, you can.
Extending out to
You
their
can in game too.
So it's kind
But
of
that's not a node.
It's not a
And
node.
it would
Kind
hurt
of
the
same
trees.
thing.
It would hurt the in game. It would hurt the trees.
Okay, in game it would hurt the trees. Well, I only do it when the trees offer it, but in game it would hurt the trees. But it's kind of I'm using it as an example.
I am too.
Okay. Okay.
So the trees are not a node. Each tree is not a node.
Okay.
Which means they don't replenish their
Right.
quintessence.
But in the game, I would reach out the same way as I do.
Correct.
Okay.
So game-wise, you would use like meditation and manipulation, maybe?
Okay.
And then that would lower your difficulty for your arete roll.
And then the arete is 4. Okay.
And you can lower your difficulty for the arete roll even further, but it can only drop to a 4.
But it can only drop to a 4. Right, because 4 is the lowest.
4 is as low as it will go.
Okay, so, and then do you want to set up a quest for, because remember we were talking before about belladonna.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have an immunity to belladonna. Do we need to set up a quest for that?
I can.
Okay. Because that's really the only way I'm going to get it, other than the storyline of my Baron.
Well, the storyline exists. The difference is
That's the quest.
Do the characters learn it?
So that's the quest, is the storyline we came up with.
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure.
I'm trying to figure this out. You're the game master. You know more than I do.
I do know more than you do.
Okay.
So Jace has something going on
right now. That's okay. I was just thinking that maybe we can. Do we play on 9/16? Yes. Okay. Oh, I saw this. This came in. I'm sorry, Sandy. I did see it. I'm sorry. Hi. So do we want to do a sprint here?
Sure.
Okay. So let me go ahead and share the screen for the timer. I have so many windows open. Oh my gosh, I'm so naughty. All right, so we're gonna put 20 minutes on the clock, even though we're 20 minutes in. And I don't know. I think I might bounce to my book. We'll see what happens. So in 3, 2, 1, 20 minutes and go. And don't forget to mute yourself. And that's the end of that sprint. And I don't know where Sako is. I know she's on her computer, but she has yet to show up. So until she gets back, I'm going to entertain y'all. I am figuring out how to make notes in order to be able to kind of cheat. How to cheat for my game so that my character has a little bit of a, just like a cheat sheet so I can remember stuff. And there's so much to remember with this stuff, with this mage game, and then my book on top of it, and my regular job, and my psychic work. And yeah, maybe it's a good thing that I don't have a girlfriend. Maybe I'm supposed to be focusing on other things. So Jeannie, I will be gone before the sprint is over. I have to go to work soon. Oh, but that's okay, girl. We love you. I do have this weekend off. I hope we can do coffee sometime this weekend. Well, yes, we got to do coffee this weekend. And for anybody who's interested, I'm going to do a little bit of maybe live streaming from an event I have that I'm going to next weekend. Next Friday, in DC at the Black Cat, Lauren Sanderson is going to be having her show for her tour, and I have VIP tickets, and I will be there in, well, not wearing lights and rainbows. Definitely gonna, I definitely have a cute outfit that I'm gonna wear, or I think it's cute. Anyway.
I think it's cute.
Cool. So yeah, I realized, so there's a couple little things that I realized I need to remember about Dee Dee, because evidently I made it where Dee Dee doesn't like children.
Oh.
Yeah. And I forgot about that because it came up with the puka.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was kind of surprised about that. I was like, I must have been in a mood because I love kids. So like, I don't want them for myself, but I love kids. So that's something I
So
changed
not liking other people's kids, not liking the orphans, for instance.
But I was kind of giggling at that because I was like, oh, I need to make a note of that because I have a feeling in game I might forget that. So
that's okay. The kids hate you too.
So I have a question. Oren left.
Well, sort of. He was taken.
Okay. Oh, he was taken. That's right. He's coming. That's right, because he's coming back into the game.
He's in jail.
Okay. Because I was wondering about his cats.
His cats are hanging out in his room.
Okay. Because we have Fang and Renoa. Okay.
They are Final Fantasy characters. So Oren is a weeaboo.
Is a what?
A weeaboo.
What is
just someone who wishes they were Japanese.
Aww. That's actually a really cute name. I'm a weeaboo.
Yep.
Anyway.
It's usually a derogatory term.
Oh.
But it's kind of like being called a cracker.
If you didn't know what it means, it sounds cute.
Yeah, exactly.
We have officially conquered our feel of pressing the pencils down on paper. Before he was lightly putting it on to draw. Other than that, he's distracted.
Well, you know what? I'm a light-handed artist. So just to put it forward that it's not necessarily a bad thing that he's light-handed.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm heavy-handed, and I always deal with like 3 or 4 pages through where I'm seeing the writing, and sometimes it really frustrates me.
I am light-handed, so I can take a really inky pen like that and make it last forever.
Well, aren't you just special? No, I'm kidding.
I guess I am. Okay. I'm not a tech. I'm a draw one line sort of artist.
I have to make note of the Chantry nodes.
Yes, the Wi-Fi homes.
So where are the nodes in the Chantry?
They are within the Wi-Fi router on either side of the chantry. There's an east and a west.
Okay, so how do you access the node?
You access the router.
With Prime?
So if you're on the Wi-Fi for the chantry, you can access it anywhere. That would be your focus. Would be technology.
Oh, the focus is the Wi-Fi. Okay.
The focus is the Wi-Fi. So
okay, yeah, that's actually something we should go over because I noticed that I struggled with that because I was misunderstanding what you meant by what's your focus.
Okay. Can I clear that up?
Yes.
Your
Please do.
focus is a attribute plus a skill.
Okay.
Now, the success number that you get from that applies
that's not
to
what
your...
I mean because I was like, oh, because you would be like, well, what's your focus? And I was like, well, I want to distract them. And then just now you were like, well, the Wi-Fi would be your focus. So
technology plus...
So is putting my hand on my head a focus?
If you think of it as meditation.
Okay. So like in Escape to Witch Mountain, for her to do her magic, she would put her hand on her head like this.
That could be a focus.
And that's a focus. That's
but
what you mean.
Mechanically, I would use it as meditation. Okay.
So then the why, okay, so it's so if you focus on to get to Raina, like with Raina's node, to use it, you focus on her home?
No.
Okay.
Because it's technically not inside her home. It's on her property.
So what do you focus on? What's your focus?
Do you use meditation to access nature?
So accessing is your focus. So that would be like Prime?
So that's your Prime.
I'm confused.
Your Prime tells you what you're capable of doing. A 1 is basically accessing quintessence.
Okay, so if I have a 1 in Prime, how would I access, what would I use as a focus to access Christina's node?
Okay. Do you use meditation or anything like that?
Like, do I have it? Meditation? No, I have 0 and I have nothing in meditation.
How do you use magic?
That's a good question.
Okay. How do we mechanically put this together?
That's why I'm struggling.
Okay, so
because I can't explain how I do magic in IRL.
Your magical spheres, the score only tells you what you're capable of doing. That gives you limits.
Like, if we are pertaining this to me in actual real life, like, I don't know what I focus on in order to do what I do.
Your paradigm basically has it so that you talk to God.
Okay.
Or you talk to spirits.
That's, yeah. Or they show me things.
So that clairvoyance is usually definable enigmas maybe, or
I have a 1
awareness
in
maybe.
Okay, so I could use Prime and enigmas?
No.
Okay, so I could
you would use enigmas plus intelligence,
which I have 3 in.
So you would roll those 3 dice,
right? And then that
the number of successes you get lowers your arete roll.
And then I would be a 4 with a difficulty of whatever.
So basis, if I don't say anything, it's a difficulty 6.
Okay.
If you got 2 successes in that roll of 3, then it drops to a 4.
Got it. Okay. And then it would be a 4 arete against a 4.
4 difficulty 4.
4 difficulty 4. Okay.
And then that magical effect.
And then whatever the outcome of that roll is, you would know what the magical effect would be applied.
Also like how powerful it was, also like how vulgar it was.
Like when I tried to scale a building and I completely botched the roll and I shattered my leg.
Yeah.
Because Kibby didn't think about blinking to the freaking roof.
Now, if you botch the magical roll, that's vulgar.
So if you botch the arete roll, got it.
That's vulgar.
And
so you experience something called a paradox flaw.
Okay, and what happens then?
So
that's when you have to write a separate storyline to fix the paradox.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
You would play a character who, like, there's an echo to their voice all the time.
Or having hiccups permanently.
Or flowers bloom while you walk by them.
That's cool, though.
So those are called echoes.
Okay.
So you usually gain an echo also known as a paradox flaw.
When you botch an arete roll.
When you botch an arete roll.
Okay. How do you fix that?
You sit at a node and you burn off paradox. So the tricky part with paradox is when you are faced with a low paradox roll, you can decide to fend it off. Now, when you decide to fend it off, that gives it a chance to grow, which means the backlash will be all the more severe.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'd probably go running to a node as soon as it happened.
Right. You can totally choose to do that.
That's pretty much how my character is. Like, I do paradox. I'm like, peace, guys. I'm to a node. Later.
Right. But system-wise, she has the choice to fend it off.
Okay, now, is Baron von Bock's location also a node?
No.
Okay. So my Baron's house is not a node.
It is not a node. It is a sanctum.
How am I able to use my Baron at all in the game, other than for resources?
Sanctum and mentor.
When would I be needing mentor and sanctum?
Okay, so the cool thing about sanctums is that paradox doesn't exist. You can cast whatever and you are immune to paradox.
Okay, so I could...
Because magic is normal in a sanctum.
Wait, what in sanctum?
Right.
You cut out. No, you glitched.
Okay, let me see if I can dumb this down.
Thanks.
No, I need to stagger it down. I do.
Let me dumb it down for you, since you're not smart enough to understand our D&D gaming.
No, paradox is a complicated thing.
No, it is. I know, because you are good at explaining things, and if it's difficult for you to explain,
it's a complication of the game.
Okay, well, try to dumb it down for me.
Okay. Paradox comes when you botch your arete roll.
Okay, right. So how can I use the sanctum to prevent a paradox?
Prevents you from getting more paradox.
Okay, now do I have to be at the sanctum? Is that what it means?
You would have to be within the walls, yeah.
Of his, okay.
Or within the boundary.
Can I take my cabal to the sanctum?
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh.
There might
Write
be
that
wards.
down.
There
Make
might
that
be
as a note, because we might run that as a storyline.
they might no, I mean there might be wards.
Well, I know, but that would be an interesting storyline to run with. So make
Sure.
note.
No, sure.
Because I might make the suggestion to
if they go back to well, they'll start to understand what a sanctum is, as opposed to the chantry being special.
And that way we don't have to go to Horizon. I keep saying Verizon. Twice now I've done it. Horizon to do. So like, say we wanted to test out something to see if it would work.
The difference with Horizon is that the entire world is a sanctum.
Okay.
So
explain to me what would be the difference between my Baron's sanctum and Horizon.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. Would it be easier to get to?
Easy is subjective.
Okay. Game Master, how do I get to my Baron's? How do I get to my sanctum? Is there a trick trade? Huh?
You go to the address.
I can't blink there?
You can blink there if you've been there before.
Okay, do we have an address for my Baron?
Oh, yeah.
Give me one.
I don't know, 897
8976. What?
Avatar Road. Minnesota.
Oh, I'm going to be in Minnesota.
St. Paul, Minnesota. And I don't know the zip code for St. Paul.
Okay, hold on. I'll look it up.
So if you go to that address in character, and he lets you in, then you can cast magic without repercussion. As long as you are in the house.
I was thinking that it would be kind of cool to take them to my
sanctum that's on Earth, which they haven't experienced yet.
Yeah.
Well, they have. They went to the Hermetic Chantry when the kids were rescued.
I want to find a better name in Minnesota. I want to find a cool Minnesota name, city name.
Ginny. Sorry.
If I can type and think at the same time, because my head's going crazy right now. Names. There we go.
You want to be not deity?
No, I mean for the city names.
Oh, St. Paul is an actual place.
I know, but St. Paul is so boring.
St. Paul is not boring.
No, I mean the name is boring.
Oh, that's a shame. No, it's a really trendy.
What about
ancient...
Fergus Falls?
Sure.
Hibbing.
Minnesota?
Anoka.
Sure.
Anoka. Come on, we're in a mage game. It's got to be fun. Rosemount. Use that for my book. No, we'll go with St. Paul. I was just wondering what other names there were.
Okay, St. Paul, because I might be able to like actually look up that address and it might be a house.
What is the zip code?
For St. Paul, Minnesota.
Population, mayor, area code.
Not zip code?
Not on the immediate information. It might be like San Diego where there's more than one zip code.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, there is. There's like 8 zip codes. Okay, so your choice between 55101 and 55106.
55101.
Okay. St. Paul, Minnesota. 55101. Now I'm going to look up to see if it's actually an address. Just because I'm weird like that.
Sure.
Why not? I mean, come on.
Sure. I'm on your side here.
It's actually kind of, it's actually,
share your screen.
There's an Alvarez Avenue. But not
897 Alvarez.
Yeah, 8967 Alvarez Avenue. But it's in Inner Grove Heights.
That's the neighborhood, maybe.
Oh, hold on.
Or does that include?
Oh, it didn't.
Entire cities.
No, it auto-filled instead of doing what I wanted it to do.
Oh, it said Alvarez instead of. I mean, it can be Alvarez.
Hazel Park Preparatory Academy.
That is cute. That should be a thing. That should be a thing. The Baron should work as a professor at the academy, and you were a student.
Preparatory. It's preschool.
No, that's perfect. The Baron would totally make a preschool to awaken children. Well, hell yeah!
Oh my god, that's perfect.
That's perfect. Write that shit down.
Okay, then we're stealing that because it's 1140 White Bear Avenue, St. Paul, Minnesota.
Perfect. The academy is a sanctum.
I love that. White Bear Avenue. That's cool.
That's so cool.
And it's 55106.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how that came up.
That's so cool.
But it did. I put in 8976 Avatar Road, St. Paul, Minnesota, and that's what it pulled up.
Cool.
So that's kind of here. I want to show you. I think that's very
super cool.
Take this. I don't know. I want you to know I'm not lying.
No, I believe you.
Which window is it? Which window is it? I have too many windows open.
Hazel Park Preparatory Academy.
Yeah. Okay. So my Baron works at a little elementary school. Okay. Or a little preschool. That's kind of cool. Okay.
Maybe he's a principal.
Maybe he's a principal. Or the owner. Maybe that's his cover.
Absolutely, it's his cover, but...
Oh, that's freaking hilarious.
He wouldn't have to make it a magical school, but he would.
Like yeah, because he would want to awaken children.
Mm-hmm.
And what better way to kind of scan children than to have them already out of school? You know?
Yeah.
That's kind of how part of my book does it. That's part of the backstory of my book. That's interesting. That's how the mistress gains control of the penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm going to be asking them. Okay, so the school is a sanctum. That's perfect. The academy is a sanctum, and I have a feeling Dee Dee's just going to call it the academy because I think I'm going to be a little bit embarrassed that it's a preschool. Hello? Oh. So I think that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I think I'm just, because I can completely see my character being like, no, I don't live at a preschool. I live at an academy. So I'm going to be referring to it as the academy because I could see and then Raina. I have a note here that she can ride places on using negative prime.
Negative prime?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I don't know. That's what my note says. Oh no, can rid places of negative prime.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Anybody with prime can.
Okay. How many dots in prime do you need to do that?
Usually one.
Usually one?
You can use up to 3.
Okay, say you wanted to rid the negativity in an entire room.
A 1 would allow you to see what's negative and what's positive.
Right.
A 2 would allow you to manipulate it.
Okay. What would 3 allow you to do?
You can cleanse yourself, like anything regarding yourself you can do.
Okay, and then like to be able to cleanse the entire room of people?
Then that would be a 4.
Okay. And then to cleanse the entire building, say it was an apartment complex, is a 5.
5.
Got it. Okay. Oh, another thing I wanted to know, can I have ivy covering the walls of my room for protection?
For sure.
Okay, because ivy is a protection plant.
You can have ivy all over your room, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to carry a sprig of ivy with me always. Like it's going to be like attached to my bag for protection. It's going to be imbued with protection magic. So like, yeah. You can't touch my bag unless I want you to. So I kind of am hoping somebody will touch my bag so that I can bring that up and be like, hey, so you need to do a roll because my bag will shock the out of you if you try to touch it. So that's a wonder, isn't it?
It would probably be, if that is a quality of the purse.
Yeah, because
then yes, it's a wonder.
Okay, because that's part of the backstory and what I inherited from my Baron.
Okay.
You know what? I should probably send you kind of the notes I have on the backstory I want with my Baron.
Mm-hmm.
And see what you want to do with it. Because maybe we can do one of those like quest things or whatever. Okay, so that, and then I wanted the backpack. Add that here. And then spell jars.
Yes.
Within the game, can I just pull them out of my ass as if I created them earlier? Or is that something I'm going to need to create in-game?
There are 2 ways to go about it.
Okay.
One is like if you want to make a bunch of jars.
Because that's kind of what I want is like I have a back stock of jars.
They are basically hanging spells until you open the jar.
Right. That's kind of what I'm looking for.
Right. Okay, so I would say you need like 8 successes, but every roll is an hour's worth of effort.
Okay. And what do I need to roll?
It would be your arete roll. And
Can we do that right now, do you think?
Oh, if you want.
Let's do it right now. Because we have the dice rolly thingy right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and this will give me a rough, like I have to remember how to input this anyway. So
Oh, I ignore botches that come in more than one.
Okay. Well, I mean, I need to know how to even like, isn't it like backslash,
Backslash MM space, and then a syntax box should pop up.
backslash MM space. Right. Okay. It did.
And
then
then
It's
put
my
in the
red
number of dice
Yeah.
and the difficulty.
Okay. So what am I rolling here so I can figure out my
What
dice?
rolling your arete?
Okay. My arete is 4.
So you'd be rolling 4 dice.
Okay.
Unless you have a specialization in the attribute that you
I do.
are using.
I do. I have a craft. I have 3 in craft, and the specialty is potions.
That specialty gives you 2 extra dice.
Okay, so I have 6.
Okay.
Is that correct?
6 dice.
That's
and
what I'm
the
saying.
Difficulty currently is 4.
So 4. So 4 plus 6, or 4 plus 2.
No, not even 4 plus 2.
No. This is what I'm saying. I have 6 because it's 4 in arete plus the 2 from potions and crafts. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, and then I put in 6 and I do a backslash.
No, not even a backslash. Just space difficulty.
And the difficulty is
4.
And I need to do that how many times? I need 8 successes. Well, this gives me 5 successes right there.
This could be 6 successes, but that's probable. Probability.
Well, look here.
So it should be
Hold on.
space 4.
Let me show you. I rolled. It gave me 5 successes.
Okay.
And you said I needed 8, right?
Right. So
let me roll again.
You got 5 successes that first hour.
Okay. So I
need
need
an hour to get all those successes. Now you can roll your score again.
So I got 10 successes total.
So you got 10 successes total.
And that's all I needed?
Oh, that's more than you needed.
Okay. So how many spell jars does that give me, though?
10.
10? Okay. 10.
Now, what exactly do those spell jars do?
Well, that's what I was going to have, because I have...
And they could do anything.
Yeah, because I have potions set up already for protection, healing, like I have the rose petal ritual, which is for healing. I have
great. Make a list.
The passion flower iced tea I wanted to have. I wanted to have wind and rain. I wanted to have
make a list of 10.
Okay. I'll make a list of 10. And okay.
And then make sure the other players.
But I kind of wanted like a backstock of like 5 of each.
And 10 is a lot. So it's totally up to you what counts.
So if I had okay, so I'll come up with 5 potions and I'll have 2 of each in backstock. Does that work? Because you gave me 10 jars.
You have 10 jars.
So I'll do 5 potions times 2. And I'm gonna actually roll one more time because I want a little bit more.
Great. You take a third hour.
6, 4, 2 successes.
3 successes. Because I don't count more than 1 botch.
Okay, so 3 successes. So how many? So I need 8 successes. So there's 3. Okay.
No, you needed 10.
No, I needed 8 total, and I had 10.
8. Excuse me, you're right. You needed 8, and then anything you make extra, if you take the time, you can make extra.
Okay, so I'm gonna have 5 potions, and there's gonna be 5 jars of each. That's what I
Great.
wanted. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
You system-wise, you did the thing.
Perfect. Okay. Is there anything else I needed to? Oh, do I need to do a roll or anything to get like the magic 6 gun or the baffle jacket?
I would roll a rete to be able to make use of the magic while you're wearing it.
Okay, and what's my difficulty?
Depends on what the coat does.
Here, let me grab it. Let me grab what it is or explain it to you.
Because it might alter the difficulty.
Okay, hold on. Where is it?
Obviously, the more the thing does, the more difficulty there's going to be.
Where are the fetishes? Why am I missing the fetishes on this list?
It would be under werewolf.
No, I mean I'm missing even the tab of fetishes. Tom's rights. I am missing. Oh, that's very weird. Okay, let's try this one. Let me try this one. Ah, no, that's flawless. Mountain cold, disease and parasites, background, flaws, totems. There we go, fetishes. Okay, so the Doom jacket or the Baffle jacket, it blurs memory or interactions and views.
Okay.
Basically, it baffles whoever looking at you.
Perfect. I would use a difficulty 8, but you can lower that difficulty with a focus.
Okay.
And then quintessence.
Okay. Now here we go. Here we go with the test. My focus is athletics. No. How? Okay. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Athletics and intelligence.
Sure.
Okay. So
difficulty 6.
And I have karate as a specialty in athletics.
Then 2 extra dice.
So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With
9 dice.
With a difficulty of 6.
9 dice with a difficulty of 6.
3 successes.
So it was a difficulty 9.
Yeah, difficulty 8 is what you
said. Difficulty 8,
said.
I just said. Okay. Then -3 is a difficulty 5.
Okay.
You can spend quintessence to go lower.
Okay. How do I want to spend quintessence because I got a ton of it.
So you spend quintessence and it lowers the difficulty for your arete roll.
Okay. How many quintessence can I spend?
You can spend upwards to 3, but again, it doesn't drop lower than 4.
I'm gonna give okay. Well, what do I have? How many do I have to spend to get it to 4?
1.
Okay, then I'm gonna spend 1 quintessence and get it to 4.
Perfect.
So it's gonna be 4 successes.
It goes off with a bang.
So I have a baffle jacket.
You can wear the baffle jacket.
Yay! Okay. Is there anything else?
That is a perfect test of how magic works in the system.
And that helps me.
That's as complicated as the game gets. Now, you did that in public.
Did I?
Did you?
I thought I was in my sanctum.
Did you do it?
I'm still at my sanctum. I haven't gone anywhere.
You haven't gone anywhere. You're in a sanctum.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't suffer paradox.
Okay. But if I had done that in public,
If you had done that in public, it would be considered vulgar.
and I would have a paradox.
And you would have a paradox.
Okay.
No matter what.
Well, that's something I wouldn't do in public.
Precisely.
Because right now I'm at my chantry. Hey, let's roll. Okay, let's roll for the belladonna. My immunity to belladonna.
I think.
Or do you want to do that?
Have as an other trait?
Okay.
You can say like resistance to poison.
Okay. And do I need to roll for that?
So I would take an attribute and that skill and roll them at a difficulty 6.
Okay, so
depending on how much belladonna is in the potion that you're drinking or whatever.
Okay, so where do I notate that?
In other traits.
There it is. Resistance to poisons.
Resistance to poisons. And give it a level 2.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want me to roll for it? You just want to give it to me?
I'm giving you the stat.
Okay.
And then you can test the stat against the poison.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. So I've got 5 potions I need to come up with. I'm going to highlight this. I got a baffle jacket now, and I have a resistance to poison. Where do I put the baffle jacket?
I don't know. Where do you put the baffle jacket? In a closet? In a backpack?
I keep it in the backpack.
Okay.
But where do I put it on here?
Oh, on the second page, there might be a thing for inventory.
No. There's wonders. There's gear and equipment.
Gear and equipment. Backpack would be one of those things.
I actually have backpack on there.
Cool.
Already. I have my nunchucks, my blade, my backpack, and now a baffle jacket. And then my potions.
And then your potions.
Okay. And I think that's it. Okay. Wow. So can anybody access Orin's room? Not right now because he's in jail, huh?
Not right now because he's in jail.
Okay.
I can talk to Lloyd and see if the door is unlocked.
Okay. Because he has a lot of tech equipment in there.
Yes, he does.
That I can use.
Absolutely.
And I want to know if I still have access to that or if I need to.
Without him, he has to decide if he left the door unlocked when he was apprehended.
Yeah. Well, no, because I was thinking that if we don't have access, I need to talk to Jeeves about getting a weapons closet for myself. Unless we have constant weapons access to the weapons closet at the chantry.
There is not currently a weapons hall in the chantry.
Would my sanctum have one?
If you have a sanctum, do you have sanctum as a background?
My Baron.
No. You're in your backgrounds on your sheet. Did you take sanctum as a thing?
No. See, that's something that we were talking about. I didn't know sanctum was a background I needed.
If you have one, you should.
Because you said that my Baron's house is a sanctum.
Then you get 2 points in sanctum without paying for it.
Okay.
Because that comes with your background.
Okay. All right. So,
because you explain it with story.
well,
Right.
and that's the thing is maybe we should run a background story. Like didn't Jace write up his story and send it to you?
Mhm.
Then I'm going to do the same thing.
I give experience for that.
Well, since you've technically already given me experience,
Any media that you make, you get experience.
well, I think it'd be, well, yeah, fine, whatever. But I think it'd be better for you to have a background of what I was thinking Dee Dee can do.
I absolutely agree.
Because the Baron
That would help me
raised
out a lot.
after the Technonauts killed my parents, and the Baron raised me as a fighter, and that's why I have so much experience in, because he used me, because I was so young, he used me at a young age to run missions.
Perfect.
Like I was small and nimble, so I was able to get into places, and he used it to his advantage because I was good.
Yeah.
No, I have a whole backstory that's where the belladonna comes from, because he was slowly poisoning me with belladonna the whole time.
Right.
And I didn't know it. And then the backpack was a gift on my 16th birthday because he was sick of me always losing my, and he finally decided just to give me a Mary Poppins bag that I could access any of my stuff like anything I put in there, no matter how much I put in there, I can get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't lose anything, because he was tired of me losing everything. So I have this, and it gives a little bit more personality to Dee Dee and why she is the way she is. You just glitched. Are you still there? Okay.
Damn.
All right. So, well, we got one more sprint.
Cool.
Even though this really hasn't been a sprint session. But we got one more sprint that we got to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it'll be the end of the sprint or the end of the session. So let me grab, because we can only share one screen at a time, because, that's how it is. Let me put 20 minutes on the clock. And in 3, 2, 1, sprint. And don't forget to mute yourself. And we're back. And that is actually the end of the stream because it is 6 o'clock and that is call time. So do you want to do a little bow out before I do my closing?
Howdy, neighbors. I am SakoTumi, also known as Casvoit. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and also I'm a storyteller. So, yeah, look for episodes of As Luck Would Have It.
And the links for her site is down below for both her YouTube channel and her website, I believe it is, that I have down there. I have some other author tubers that you might be interested linked down below as well. If you liked the stream at all today, go ahead and like and subscribe and you'll get notifications about me. And you're welcome to join us every time. It's not always about mage. Usually it's about writing sprints. It's just game master and character coming back in after not playing for a year had to go over some things. So, but we usually do this prolific sprints Mondays and Friday or Wednesdays and Fridays from 4 to 6. And you're welcome to join us again. I'm KibbyRose, and I might want to have this pulled up before I say goodnight. So, good night, y'all. Have a great evening. We'll see you next time.